Well, good morning, YouTube. This is Chuck. It's Saturday morning, July 12th, 2025, about 8:30 in the morning. And as you can see from the back of my truck, I'm getting ready to go to the dump. I actually did some cleanup work, but I had to stop and fuel up the truck before I went. But you can see back there, I got my old recliner chair, and I cleaned up a bunch of metal stuff, my old gas tank and some other stuff I had laying around the house. And so I'm going to take that up to the landfill, and I'll bring you along for the ride. Our county landfill is located a few miles north of town. I didn't wash the windshield this morning. I probably should have. The drive up here is kind of scenic, and I've brought you out part of it before. So let me bring you at least a little part of it. We got century plant right there getting ready to bloom. Isn't that pretty? Some wind noise. I got the window down. I shot video out here before, but we used to do rope rappel training off of those cliffs over there. We actually climbed up there and drilled a hole and put in an axle shaft so we'd have something solid to tie to. This is the East Verde River we're just going across right now. Arizona State Route 87 north of Payson, headed toward Pine. And this is where our county landfill is at. One advantage of having an old truck like mine is I can make dump runs with it, and I don't have to worry about cleaning out my new truck or getting scratched up or even getting it dirty on the dirt road going in there. As you can tell, it's a very pretty morning this morning. In the middle of summer, everything's nice and green. Got a lot of grapevines growing on those trees over there. Enough that there's not a lot of traffic. There'll probably be a line at the landfill because there'll be a lot of people just like me. It's going to get hot later on today, so they're trying to get up here and make their dump run before it gets warm. Seeing more and more traffic over the years, and there's already some talk about widening it or doing something to it. Up the window now. That ought to be a bit quieter. All these trees you see here, there's a combination of Arizona cypress and pinon pine and various kinds of oak. A little bit of Utah juniper. Another one of those century plants blooming, and I don't know if you saw that off to the left. I guess I'm going to have to call this a windshield tour as well, for those of you that like windshield tours. off. I think I'll just let the camera run. National Forest land here, and the landfill is actually located in the National Forest. This old truck's pretty low geared because it runs around town all the time. You notice it's shifted down there. We're climbing a pretty steep grade too. I've been riding on my bumper wanting to get around me, so this will give him a chance. There's the Mogollon Rim over there, and that's called Milk Ranch Point up there. And the reason why it's called Milk Ranch Point is there used to be a dairy up there, and the early Mormons referred to it as a milk ranch. He used to sell his products to the cavalry. He used to haul it all the way over to Fort Verde and sell his stuff to the cavalry, if you can imagine that. Okay, we're getting ready to turn here. I rolled my window back down because it's getting hot in here. We're going to get in the sun a little bit. Apologize for that. And as you can see, the road into the landfill is dirt. So we'll get some dust. This 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Probably nobody on the planet actually drives 25 in here. I said, this is all National Forest land, and it's fenced because they have grazing rights in here, so the cattle ranchers will be running cattle in here. There's a bit of haze in the air this morning. Some of it's dust because it was windy yesterday, and there's also a couple of forest fires burning. One big one up north of the Grand Canyon, up near the Utah line. It's up to over 12,000 acres now. And got one of the major highways closed up there, and there's a little community up there called Jacob Lake, and it was formed 102 years ago, and we'd like to go camping up there, and it's under evacuation right now. I sure hope nothing happens to it. It's kind of the north gateway to the... Oops, somebody lost something here. We better not run over it. Might be nails in it. It's kind of the Jacob Lake is the north gateway to the north rim of the Grand Canyon. And the only way in, only way out. And so they evacuated the whole north rim of the Grand Canyon. About 500 people due to that forest fire because they didn't want to get cut off. Yeah, I thought maybe we had... Looks like we're still probably a half a mile from the entrance to the landfill, and it's backed up that far. So I'm certainly not going to let you sit here for the whole time. So let me I'll come back when we get a little bit closer, so I got something more to show you. But obviously everybody had the same idea I did, is getting out here bright and early on a Saturday so they get rid of their stuff. And so I guess we're stuck in line for a while. I'll be back in a little bit. Well, we're getting a little closer. At least I can see the check-in little building up there. There are people leaving. You can see the green light means it's okay to drive on the scale, although there's some other vehicle on it already. But over there you can see the compactor tractors and everybody, that's where they're dumping at today. So we'll be up there here in a little bit. But we've only been in line about 15 minutes, so it's moving along, I guess, as fast as you can expect. I'll be back again in a little bit. Well, I finally got to the front of the line, weighing that big trailer in. You look in the mirror back there, you can see there's a big long line behind us. So what they do is they weigh you in, and then they weigh you back out, and then you pay for the difference. And this guy here is a guy that coordinates the whole thing. So let me turn you off and I can talk to him. Okay, now I'm checked in and I'm heading up the hill here, and we'll see what they want me to do. This used to be a hole, now it's a mountain. Okay, we're going to stop here first. Metal only, no trash, and we'll get rid of our steel and our aluminum. Alright, can't film and do this same time. Okay, we're done here at the metal pile. I thought they'd separate steel and aluminum, but they don't. As you can see, it's a big mess there. Now we got to go up here on top to get to the general trash to get rid of this big old chair, and then we'll be done. Look at the grill on that. That's kind of cool. This landfill operation is quite the deal. I have no idea what that's going to cost to dump this stuff, but one way to get rid of it. One of the things I'm always scared of coming up here is getting nails. Because there's obviously all kinds of stuff. He takes your chances, as they say. Let me see where this guy is going to go. I'll go over here just the other side of him. I guess I'm okay. Let me see if I can put you on the tripod. Leave you on the dash here, and maybe you can watch what's going on. I don't know what you can see from there, but we'll see how it goes. That didn't take long at all to dump that. Now let's get out of here. We'll go back down and see how much this all cost us. Got a landfill with a view. rental pile that we just came by. I guess the tractor's waiting for me to come through. Thank you, my friend. Over there on the other side is where they get all their gravel from. And you can see where they dump tires, and there's actually a brush pile back over there. And now we got a line waiting to check back out again. Needless to say, the dang wind blows that papers all over the place here. And there's that line coming in where we came in. And I'll show you that on the way out. Right now I think I'm going to shut you off again for a little bit. You got specialty places over there to dump things like batteries and that kind of thing. Yeah, they're checking a bunch of people in. I'll be back in a little bit. Looks like we'll be the next ones to check out, but they're going to let some incoming traffic in first. I want to show you that old 79 Ford over there. Boy, that's a pretty old truck. I used to have one similar to that, different color. But that's a classic. I wouldn't mind having that myself. See, what they do is when they check you in, they give you a number. And my number here is what, number 9. And that's how they keep track of you when you come back out again. I don't know how high the numbers go before they recycle them. But you can see there's still quite a line going up the hill there, and I'll show you that on the way out. You just heavy equipment all over the place here. Right in the front. We don't have that big trailer in front of us to block the view now, so you can get kind of an idea how this whole outfit works here. Okay, they're going to let him out of the way, then we get to come through. Let me see if I can let this run. Number 9. Yep, there's 20 on the back of that. I don't know how much it's going to be, but there's a 20 there.
$1.
Very good, my friend. Thank you very much, and thank you for being here.
Oh, thank you.
This is YouTube.
Okay.
All right, we're done. It cost me a grand total of $1 to do that. I thought it was going to be more than that. And all I had was a 20. Let's show you this line on the way back out here. Like I said, there's a whole lot of people decided that they have the same idea I did about coming to the landfill on a Saturday. You hear that? I got the fire radio on in the background. You turn that off. You don't need to listen to that. That's a 500,000 gallon water tank right there in front of us. I think that's how big it is. You can see how far the backup is. And this is about how far it was when we came in, when we first got here. Yeah, this is about where we were. When we first got here, we were right about, probably right about here. So, anyway, little adventure this morning. Take you to the landfill and a little glimpse into my day. And I think what I'm going to do here is tell you, as I always do, take care of each other and love each other and be grateful for what you have. And I'm going to go back home and get something to eat. I'm hungry. And I'll be back with you again on another one here before too awful long. I'm going to give you another lot less traffic going out than there is coming in. And we'll talk to you again pretty quick. So right now, just peace out.